Okay, next question. Would it be effective to power up our press releases with exact match keyword anchor PBN links? I don't know, because that question. There's too many questions left from that question, right? There's too many questions coming out of that question is what I'm saying. So what kind of PBN links? What are the PBN links relevant? Are they topically relevant? And if they are topically relevant, are they topically relevant only at the page level or at the domain level too? Does that make sense? There's so many. Here's the thing: not all links are created equal. So, a shitty PBN link on a domain that PBN that has dozens of different topics, that link is not going to be nearly as valuable as a link from a PBN that is 100% topically relevant. So, what kind of PBN links are you using? What is the relevance of that, more so than the metrics, right? Because remember, metrics are third-party proprietary metrics that Google doesn't give a damn about. Google doesn't give a shit about Ahref metrics. Google doesn't care about Moz's metrics. Google doesn't care about Majestic's metrics, and Majestic is the tool that I use. Google doesn't care about any of that. What it does care about, though, is topical relevance, which is why I use Majestic, because it's the only tool that provides a measure of topical relevance, which is known as topical trust flow. So, and again, that's not perfect. It's just it's not perfect. There are flaws in Majestic's topical trust flow evaluation, but it is a pretty good indicator that is fairly accurate of topical relevance. And I found that to be the best of out of the different backlink analysis tools for identifying or measuring topical relevance. Again, it is not perfect, but it's a pretty good indicator. It's fairly accurate. And so that's what I like to use, is that one. But again, Google doesn't give a shit about trust flow metrics or topical trust flow either. It really doesn't. Those are, again, proprietary metrics. So I don't care about what the metrics are, but I do care about the relevance. That's what matters to me. So are the PBN links topically relevant? And if they are relevant, at which level? Just the page level, or both the page and the domain level? If you can get a link that is relevant at both the page level and domain level, it's going to be a much more valuable link. It's going to produce better results. As far as what kind of anchor text to use, that's going to vary too. I'll point this out. I like to I like to share this one. And Adam, there's a local link building diagram link in SM Short Link. Could you grab that, please?
Sure.
Paste that on the where is it? Semantic Mastery. There it is. This is what Adam's going to paste a link for, guys. This is what I call the local link building diagram. And so you're asking about, so a press release would be a tier 1 link if it's linking directly to your money site, which I think you said in your question that it is, because you're using a naked URL, URL anchor, which is a naked URL anchor that's pointing back to your money site. And so that would be a tier 1 link then from the press release. Right. And so that's a brand/URL anchor. That's what I would classify it as, because one of 5 anchor text categories are the types that I use. So we use brand/URL anchors, anchor text category number 1. Number 2 is miscellaneous, or another term for that would be generic. Number 3 is empty/frame anchors, which would be iframes or redirects or image links without alt text. Number 4 is target anchors. Number 5 is topic anchors. Target anchors being keyword plus location modifier, topic anchors being keyword only. If that makes sense. So those are the 5 types of anchor text categories that I classify every anchor text into, one of those 5 categories. So brand/URL is anchor text category number 1, a URL anchor from a press release going to your money site. That'd be a tier 1 brand/URL anchor. So at tier 2, I like to use mainly target anchors, which is keyword plus location modifier, right? So that would be either keyword plus city or city plus keyword, if we're talking about local, or keyword plus near me, or one of the variants of near me. So nearby, in my area, close to me, around me, etc. Any one of those modifiers is what creates a target anchor. So keyword plus location modifier. Does that make sense? So, and this does not mean that all of the tier 2 links that we build are target anchors. This is just the majority of them are. So we'll do 1 out of every 4 links will be tier 2 links will be a topic anchor, which is keyword only without location modifier. Does that make sense? But you could also potentially do some branded anchors at tier 2 to link to the press release if the press release is entirely optimized for a particular brand. it does make sense to consider using a brand anchor at tier 2 as well, right? But, again, you got to mix it up. So if you're going to, like, for example, if we're going to build 4 tier 2 links to a tier 1 with a brand URL, and I don't like to use URL anchors at all. I don't like to use URL anchors direct to the money site. I'll use the brand name, or what I call a compound anchor, which would be brand plus something else, either brand plus the city name or brand plus keywords or product or service, things like that. I like to do that. I don't like to use naked URLs anymore. I don't like to do it. I don't think it's relevant. I like to add relevance through the anchor text, which is why I like to use, if ever in doubt, just go with the brand anchor. Guys, I talk about this a lot in, with my link building clients as well as in the mastermind, but I'm managing over 70 different locations for link building alone now. And it's funny, but the 80-20 rule applies. 80% of the time, the projects that I'm analyzing for link building or whatever, the average anchor text ratios of the top 5 organic ranked competitors for whatever search query it is that we're analyzing, the anchor text ratios are 80% of the time between 40 to 60% brand anchors. So that's why I say, if you're ever in doubt about what type of link to build direct to the money site, go with a brand anchor, or what type of anchor text to use when linking directly to the money site. Just go with the brand anchor. And again, I don't like to use URL anchors. I prefer using the brand name or a compound brand plus keyword, brand plus location modifier, whatever, as my anchor. I don't like to use URL anchors anymore. So my point is that, again, whenever in doubt, build a brand anchor to the money site, and then you do tier 2, where you start to use your keyword anchors. So target and or topic anchors. Those are your keyword anchors. Does that make sense? And you want to mix it up. So like I said, if we were going to build 5 links to this one tier 1 link, then I might do 3 targets and 2 topics, or 4 targets and 1 topic, or 3 targets and 1 topic and perhaps 1 brand. It depends on what the content is optimized for at this level. If it's fully a branded a post or an article, a press release that's entirely optimized for that brand, then it makes sense to use a brand anchor also out here. Does that make sense? So there's a lot of variables here when it comes to, will it help? Maybe. Are the PBN links relevant? If they are relevant, or at which level? At just a page level or page and domain? That should be the most important thing. Number one, the relevant links. Then your anchor text, like I said, if you're using a URL anchor, it still falls in the brand / URL anchor text category number 1. Then I would, at tier 2, I would do a mix of target and topic anchors. Does that make sense? And I do mostly target anchors at tier 2, but I do mix some topic anchors in at tier 2 as well. Then at tier 3, if you go out to tier 3, which isn't usually necessary unless in the most competitive areas, or most competitive keywords, then we focus almost entirely on topic anchors, which are keywords without location modifiers. If that makes sense. Okay, it's a good question.